All right, welcome to Teacher Talk, where we talk about real things and I get your opinion. I would love for you to share some of your opinions in this video. Put the comments down there. And if you are watching, go through, read the comments, add your own, and like and comment on other people's comments. So today I want to talk about substitutes. It is a big issue in education today. There are often days where schools are missing 3 or 4 classroom educators because they can't find subs. And it sometimes can even get worse than that. So I've been principal at 2 different schools. We have had great experiences with our subs, and I want to explain some of the things that I did and that I've learned because I had the sub whisperer as an assistant principal. She is now the principal, and she is absolutely amazing. Lisa, who she says I never give her any credit for, but she is something that we called the sub whisperer because she was great at getting subs. So I want to tell you some of the things that I learned from her, that I've learned in my experience that might help you, and I would love for you to add comments as to what you're doing to make sure that you are securing high quality substitutes in your building. So the first thing that you need to do is recruit from within. Recruit from within. You've got 600 kids at your building. Well, you've got 300 parents. You've got 100 kids in your building. Well, you got 200 parents. And so recruit from within. And one of the best places you can do that is at car rider line. If your school gets out at 3 o'clock, walk out into the car rider line at 2:15 and talk to those 7 cars sitting in line for 45 minutes. Do you know why? Because those 7 cars are not at work. And those are generally parents that are there to pick up their kid early. They show up so they can get out of car rider line. And oftentimes they are not working parents, and you can recruit them to be subs. Look within your own building. If you've got parents that are constantly there, they're volunteering, just ask them, hey, I don't want to take up your life. I don't want this to be a full-time job for you, but would you be willing to get your substitute certification and sub just 1 day a week? And here's the deal. You could even say just half a day. If you just subbed half a day, do you know how easy it is in many classes to sub half a day? You've got lunch, then you've got recess, you've got 30 or 45 minutes worth of lessons, you've got specials, and then you've got an hour's worth of lessons, and then you're gone home. What if you subbed just for half day? Because we often have situations where teachers say, I can't get a sub, I'm just going to do a half day in the afternoon so I can get to the doctor. You can recruit parents to be half day subs, and then they can say no to everything else, and they will be loyal to your building. Now here's the deal with that. This is a catch-22. Here's why, because sometimes it's not a good thing to have parents in your building in classes. So you have to treat them like you do your staff and say to those parents, this is a sacred area. You cannot go running your mouth at church or at Bunko about what happened in a child's classroom. You can't be on social media about what happened with another child. And so you got to be very careful about the parents that you recruit, but you should, number one, first and foremost, be looking in your own building for subs. Number 2, recruitment. Everybody in your building is a recruiter. 2 types of recruiters. The first type of recruiter, subs that are in your system. Here's how you recruit subs in your system. You treat them well with love and respect. And Lisa was great at this. She greeted the subs at the door all the time. She taught me to do that. She visited the classrooms that had subs in it 2 or 3 times a day. She included them in everything. If we had a sub and we were having a goodie table day, she would tell them the day before. If we were having a pink for breast cancer awareness day, she would let them know. And she made those subs feel like a part of our family. And when a sub is a part of your family, they will be dedicated to your building, and they will go, and you will always be able to grab that sub. So recruit the subs that are actually already in your district. Bring them in. Tell your teammates, I'm not going to be here. Make sure you check on the sub, and have your 3 teammates go in there constantly. Is everything doing okay? Can I do anything for you? Can I help you out there? If you've got a rough kid, make sure that those other teachers who know that kid are checking on that. Recruit the subs in your system by treating them with love and respect, and they will want to be in your building. Second, recruitment. Everybody is a potential sub. And so when you go to a soccer game and you've got a relationship with a mom, ask them, would you be interested in subbing? In your church Bible study, in your Bunko group, you are involved with people that might actually want to sub. And if you hear somebody saying, I'm working part-time, or I'm a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, or I could use some extra income, recruit those people. Number 3, recruiting in churches is great. And here's what, church staff members, here's why. The youth ministers love to be in the buildings. When I was a youth minister, I subbed in the buildings of my youth ministry kids. And so if you go to a church, say to the pastor, say to the youth minister, say to the secretary, would you be interested in being on our sub list? Because that gets them in the door, and they can't evangelize. You can go ahead and say that. This is not for you to evangelize. It's just for you to see the families that are in our communities. And often youth ministers make absolute fantastic subs. Soccer coaches make great subs. If you've got a soccer coach that doesn't work full time, the college students that are there, once they get a certain number of hours, you are a recruiter for your subs. Make sure that you're recruiting subs all over the place. And lastly, help your subs through the process. Our district has made it ridiculously hard to become a sub. Ridiculously hard to become a sub. It infuriates me, everything they have to go through, all the hoops and battles, all the things they have to turn in. Now, I get it. I understand we need background checks. We need to know information about them, but it is very, very difficult. And you often have people coming in that get frustrated through that system. So help them through the process. If you have somebody that says, I want to be a sub, have somebody come in and have somebody sit down with them and work them through that process. Work them through what it is they're going to need. Make a list. Here are the 3 things that you need before you start the application process, because I know in my district, it is extremely frustrating trying to get on the sub list, and you can head that off at the pass by training, being ready for that, having the list of things that they need, at saying, come in here and we'll have the counselor help you. I will help you. Help them get through that process, because it can be difficult. I would love to hear about your ideas on substitutes. Listen, we can't get through a school year without substitutes. And if you are not actively recruiting your subs, actively helping your subs get on the sub list, if you are not treating them with love and respect and encouragement, then you're going to continue to have this problem where you have days where you have 3 or 4 classrooms not covered, and you're having to spread those kids out or chase things around. It is up to us as individuals. It's up to the secretary, the principal, the teachers, everybody to recruit subs, love on subs, and help them get through that process. I would love for you to give some ideas of what you do in your district that encourage substitutes. Please put that down in there. Read those. Give comments to people that have great ideas. Give me your comments and share this video.